Shut up and sit down.
Oh, hello and welcome to a North Wales side-by-side video. What I want to touch on today is something I consider to be a major safety issue with a lot of modern cars. And modern motor manufacturers seem to have created a problem in a lot of cars nowadays, and it's a solution to a problem that it never existed in the first place, and they should never have messed with it. And it's to do with nothing more than these things. Door handles. That mechanism there, or that mechanism there. They've created a problem that they never needed to solve. What they've done, they've created a system in a lot of modern cars where them two handles are electronically controlled. They're using electricity to operate that handle, both internally and externally. There's no mechanical connection between either of the handles to the mechanism on the door no mechanical connection to that, which connects to that. So when you lock the car, you can't, the door's locked. It's a problem that never existed and a problem that never needed solving. Electronic door handles are a major safety issue in a lot of modern cars. And there's three reasons why I consider these to be very dangerous, and three scenarios that could stop you from gaining access to your car. I'm in a Toyota Yaris Hybrid, a 2023 Yaris Hybrid at the moment. That's a lot of people suffer with 12-volt battery failure, which means when they come to the car, none of the 12-volt electrics work in the car. But Toyota, being Toyota, have given us, in our Toyotas, a means of getting into the car to gain access. Yes, we've all got a key fob, and we've all got some electronic means of getting into the car. But if the 12-volt system doesn't work, that key fob doesn't communicate with the car. So how do you get into your car? With Toyotas it's quite easy. Built into the key fob is a mechanical key that fits in the door lock, which gives us access into the car. That's absolutely brilliant. Once we're in the car, that gives us access to the bonnet pull and the 12-volt battery that's internal in the car, so we can power the car back up by giving it a 12-volt source. But all the connections on this car for places you need to get to in an emergency are mechanically connected, and that includes all 4 doors and the petrol flap and a mechanical means of getting under the bonnet. That's a very, very clever way of creating access and exit points to a vehicle, and that's how it's been done for over 100 years. But over the last couple of years, manufacturers have started fitting these fancy electronic door handles, and they've been fitting electronic locks on bonnets and boots, which means in the event of a 12-volt battery failure, you can't gain access to a vehicle. You can't get in unless the manufacturers had a little bit of foresight and given you a mechanical key. In a lot of instances, that's not the case. So why do I think electronic door handles are not safe? Let me run you through a scenario. You accidentally leave the road and end up submerging your car. Electronics and water don't mix. That could potentially disarm all the electronics in your car, meaning you're now trapped in a car that's submerged. Form of escaping that car. You're trapped in the car. Life-threatening. So that's one scenario. The other scenario is you've been involved in a road traffic collision and the 12-volt system has been damaged in the accident, which now means you, the occupant, as long as you're not knocked out and made unconscious in the accident, you're going to try and get out of that car, but there's no 12-volt battery power supply to the door locks. You're going to pull on this door handle, you're going to go, and nothing's going to happen. That door's not going to open. If you can't open it from in here, rescuers can't open it from outside. Once again, you're now trapped in the car. The only way in, break the window, climb out. It's the only option you've got. And the last and most horrific scenario I can think of is you drive a battery electric vehicle. The 12-volt system has been disabled in the accident, meaning the electronic door locks don't work. Your massive lithium-ion battery's been damaged in the accident and it goes into thermal runaway. You know where I'm going now? You're now trapped in a car with a battery that's damaged in thermal runaway, with the potential of that battery now catching on fire. Let's put this fire into some perspective now. You've just created for yourself your own personal crematorium oven. You are burning to death in that car because you can't get out, people can't get in to get you out. A crematorium oven burns a body between 1000 degrees Celsius and 1400 degrees Celsius to turn it into bone fragments, which they crush, which are then called ashes, which are presented to the bereaved family. In the case of an electric car with a lithium-ion battery, that battery is going to burn in excess of 2000 degrees Celsius. You're trapped in that car, you are going to be cremated in that car, and because of the amount of time it takes to put the fire out, there's nothing left of you. You're turned to ashes, Are your family going to get anything back? No, they're not. Because whilst the fire brigade are trying to extinguish the fire, you're being cremated, you're being turned into ashes, and you're being washed away down the road with all the multiple gallons of water that the fire brigade are using to put the car out. That's the horrific truth of electronic door locks and where it could leave a grieving family now with nothing, no remains, nothing to bury, nothing to put in an urn. It's not a nice thought, is it? So manufacturers need to stop using these door locks, and they need to go back to mechanical means of entry and exit systems for motor vehicles. Before we finish the video, just have a look around the house now. Who's in the house? Husband, wife, kids, grandchildren, nephews, nieces maybe. How are they going to feel knowing what happened? You trapped in a car. You trapped in a burning car. Knowing that if you had not made one fatal error in your choice of vehicle, one, you could have survived. Two, if you were badly injured, you would now be in hospital having treatment. And in the worst case scenario, you were killed in the accident, at least they would still have a body. Think about it. Have a look around the room. How do you think them people are going to feel? Not having anything. Not having a body. Not being able to bury you. Not being able to cremate you. Because you've already done it for yourself through one bad choice. Through buying a vehicle fitted with these dangerous door locks. Not a nice thought, is it? If you do go and buy one of these vehicles with electronic door locks, please seek advice off the manufacturer or the dealership and ask them about emergency means of escaping from that vehicle in the event of a 12-volt battery failure. It's not something you want to go through. Anyhow, thank you very much for watching the video. If there's any concerns, any comments, please put them down below. Let me know your feelings on my thoughts on electronic door locks. Please consider liking the video. Please consider subscribing to the channel. And once again, thanks for watching a North Wales side-by-side video.